Hey, my wonderful sweet baby. So, today we're going to be doing a Baddies Midwest review. So, this episode should have been called Yeah, We Knuckin' and Buckin' and Ready to Rumble, because that's pretty much what was going down the entire episode. It also probably could have been called The Newbies Ain't Ducking No Fades Around Here. So, the episode pretty much started with Jazz and Summer finishing off their scrap. Then, after pretty much Yoshi, which is this one right here in the middle, she decided that she wanted to fade with Summer. Now, she really should not have done this because she actually got tore up. And she got tore up by somebody that actually does not know how to hold their own, which is Summer. And what was really funny was her and Jasmine were actually talking about how they didn't look so cute after the Rumble. And, she was saying she didn't look cute, but, Emma was still saying that Jazz looked cute. And it was just that awkwardness of, yeah, girl, because you look tore up that they gave her. But anyway, so Natalie and the girls actually get off of the bus. And this was the bus filled with the OGs as well as the celebrity guest girls. And they pretty much walked in like they didn't know what was up or what was down. A little bit before that, we had Ivory and Big Lex, and they actually went toe to toe again. And I'm not going to lie, Big Lex tore her up. When all the girls got off of the bus, that's when Ivory then says, yeah, everybody can get it. Yeah, Jayla, you could get it too. It was actually insane how Jayla caught a stray, but Ivory was letting it be known, and Jayla was actually saying that she don't duck no fades. So she was looking like, okay, girl, I'm finna go ahead and take my chain off and we can get ready to rumble. So before Jayla and Ivory go at it, Big Lex is ready again after the whole situation with her nose ring. So then she pretty much gets ready to go into the paint with Ivory and she tears Ivory up. That's when then Jayla and Ivory get ready to go at it as well. I'm not going to lie, Jayla says she doesn't duck no fades, but it definitely looked like she wanted to duck this one. Because not trying to be funny, but Ivory looks like a grown man. So after Ivory and Jayla went toe to toe, it kind of looked like Ivory got the best of Jayla. And at the end, they actually shook it out and kind of was like, okay, we can move forward. Which I kind of was like, that's weird. Then after, Bad Dolly actually calls out Anna. So once she calls out Anna, she says that Anna started laughing during the whole situation of when Bad Dolly originally called her out. She says that she didn't really like her laughing and snickering over there in the corner and that she wanted her to fade with her. Anna was pretty much like, girl, I'm not finna fade you. So Anna was just standing back there the whole time, just talking behind the groups of girls. And Bad Dolly was over there just waiting for Anna to come forth so she can get her ones. But Anna refused, and Bad Dolly had made a good point. So when Bad Dolly was in her confessional, she was like, it's crazy how Anna talks all this stuff, but she never really stands on business. Which it's true. Like, if you're gonna be talking all this mess, Anna, you actually have to stand on business at the end of the day. So then Summer actually calls out Biggie and she says that she wants to fade Biggie. And we all know that Biggie, she ducks fades each and every time, so she didn't want to do nothing either. So at this moment, it pretty much became like a whole situation in which the newbies started pressing the OGs because the newbies was ready to fade it out with the OGs. And a lot of the OGs was ducking fades. They were just moving like, we not finna do this. We could just wait till we get to the house. But the newbies was already looking tore up, so they was ready to get into the paint. So then that's when Tinka actually reaches out and, steps up for Biggie because she sees that Biggie doesn't want to fade Summer. And then that whole kind of thing just kind of shut down after. So then that's when Lex states that she has one more fade, and that's with Pretty P or Paula. And Paula definitely got the A whooping that she needed because that was weird what she did on the bus with Big Lex. So after Paula pretty much got demolished by Big Lex, she then calls out Diamond. And this silly ass girl actually states that she wants to square up with Diamond simply because she looked at her funny. And Diamond was already given she was tired of this whole situation before the situation started, but she was ready to go into the paint. But then actually Tinka steps in for her because Tinka and Diamond are hella close now. So when Tinka steps in for Diamond, she pretty much steps in and says she thinks it's weird that she wants to tussle with Diamond because, she's got a missing tooth, her lips busted, she's not even right now to even go for it. So it's like, it's crazy that she wants to come for her at this moment. So that's when Tinka comes in and she does it for her. So Tinka definitely did her big one for Diamond, and Diamond actually snuck Paula And then they actually did a round two and she snuck Paula again. So Summer decides to go at it with Ivory again, and Summer got turned every which way but loose. So here's where things get actually funny but weird. Emma actually calls out Scotty because she says that she's boring. That's when Scotty's like, "Girl, how am I boring?" Then she's like, "Girl, I've been on here for 5 seasons. Like, I'm not boring, blah, 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 blah. Nothing's boring about this." So they pretty much go toe to toe. Scotty was actually holding her own, which was surprising. And then, of course, she got, a hold of Emma's wig. And I felt like they did a good 2 rounds before, security just stepped in and Scotty was like, "Okay, I'm done with this." And then Emma's delusional self actually says she's going to replace Scotty. So then that's when, Taseki and Rolly, they're saying in their confessionals and just also, giving strange little looks because they think that it's crazy that Emma wants to stand in for the situation. I'm going to give y'all my opinion on this when I come to my thoughts. So then that's when Big Lex actually calls out Jayla and she says that she feels like Jayla was a, bully last season when it came down to Gretch. And she says that she feels like she only goes after girls that she knows that she can go toe to toe with. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, in this instance, I felt like Jayla was ducking fades. Because she had every opportunity. There was literally nothing but space and opportunity for her to go at it with Big Lex, and she decided not to. So after all the chaos ended up happening, Natalie actually tells the girls, "Okay, that's enough. I'm telling you guys right now, we need to stop this because we have a club appearance in a little bit." So then she gathers up the OGs and they actually have a little bit of a house meeting and they, talk amongst each other before the newbies come in. So during that house meeting, Akbar actually calls out Biggie and she says that she didn't like how Biggie allowed for Summer to talk to her any kind of way. So during that situation, the whole, OGs go in on Biggie and they're like, "Girl, you really need to start sticking up for yourself because you're looking very weak." And, Biggie's whole excuse is that she's trying to change and all this other type of stuff. So then that's when Biggie's like, "You know what? If you guys want to send me home, send me home. It is what it is. I'm not going to do this." So what's messy is that the newbies actually come in while they're having this conversation with the OGs. During this whole situation, I feel like nothing was resolved because everybody started talking over everybody because we had the newbies and the OGs in the house all at the same time. So everybody was speaking over everybody and nothing was resolved. But Natalie then steps in and says, "Okay, listen, we've got to go get ready for our club appearance. And then rule number one is we can do all what we want while we're in the house. But when we're in the clubs, we do not do none of that at all. We get along as if we all are cool." Then after that, Natalie leaves with a cliffhanger and says that not all the girls are going to be in the same house together. She says that pretty much all the OGs are going to be in one house, all the newbies are going to be in one house. She then says that all the OG girls are not going to be in the house with the other OG girls. There's going to be 3 girls that stay behind. So she announces that the girls that will stay behind is Diamond, Tinka, and Biggie. And at the end of the episode, Biggie was pretty much saying, "Okay, we're going to have a conversation about this because she feels like she doesn't need to be in the house with the newbie girls because she's an OG. Like she's been there for, I think, like 3, 4 seasons." So here's my thoughts. I had said initially that I don't think that I would have liked Ivory, and I'm actually still sticking to that. She walks around very much like a bully, and I truly don't like that. I feel like she's just trying to pick, at everybody at this moment. And she's much like how Jayla is that Big Lex described. She's only going after girls that she feels like she can handle. Once she figured out that she wasn't able to really get Big Lex like she wanted to, I think it made her frustrated. So that's why she wants to keep it going. I'm not gonna lie, this season Jayla's kind of giving scary. Big Lex is honestly my favorite newbie so far. Not gonna lie, Summer did crack me up a little bit when she went into the house, but she's still very annoying. I feel like it is weird that Emma doesn't like Scotty because she's boring, but I'm not gonna lie, she was saying what we were all thinking. Scotty is very boring. I just didn't like how Taseki and Rolly were, all on Scotty's side. I get it that they're friends and everything. But isn't, Scotty being boring the same reason that It's Dia as well as Slim Too Bad went home last season? So yeah, they need to figure something out when it comes to Scotty. As far as the newbies, I definitely think they were standing on business, and I definitely think Anna needs to keep her mouth closed if she's not gonna go at it with Bad Dolly. Cause she's been talking a lot, but hiding behind a lot of people. But that's my opinion. What's yours?